Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the 6.0. So, right now, what we're going to be doing, I mentioned in the last video where we went and picked up the new tires for the light truck over there, that, well, one of my headlights went out. So, I haven't checked them today, so I know passenger side works. Move this thing over here. Let's see if the driver's side is working this morning or not. But I know last night, yeah, it is. Cool. So it's actually working today. If you can see it in the reflection on that window. But last night, the poor thing started flickering and all kind of stuff on the way home. We stopped at Walmart to pick up some stuff and shut the truck off, went in, come back out, started the truck, and this one wasn't working at all. In the little thing, the indicator was halfway on, and when you hit the flash to pass deal, they didn't do anything. And I think this bulb was internally shorting out, so we want to get that taken care of. I've been waiting to put the new bulbs in when I could paint match these, because they kind of suck to put in and out of. Not the headlights fault, it's the truck, because everything's a tight fit. The bumper's a little too high, so it's tough to get the screws, and a lot of jacking around to get them in and out. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be color matching our new headlights here. Well, not new, they're probably had them for 6 months or so, I think. But we're going to be pulling these things out of here, getting them color matched. So what I'm actually doing right now is it's 12 o'clock on Friday. It's probably not going to be real pretty, but we're going to head to Conway over off of Oak Street. The O'Reilly's over there. They actually mix automotive paint. So we're going to get them to mix us up some paint in an aerosol can. That way we don't have to mix up a bunch of paint in a gun just for doing these little bezels. And I think I'm going to go through and color match the side markers as well, because I don't have clear reflectors that I want to put in them. So anyway, I'm going to let this transmission get warmed up some, and we're going to head to Conway. Alright guys, so we just made it here to O'Reilly's. Let's run in here and we'll grab some paint. Alrighty guys, so we just got back. So I'm gonna go ahead, start tearing this front end apart. Y'all know the deal. 7/32, 4 bolts on this, on the headlights. 1 here, 2 in here. 4 clips, 5 clips, something like that. Pull the grill off. So we're ready to go ahead and pull this grill. Eventually, I do need to get a new grill, because this one is cracked there. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this grill off. We'll get these headlights out and start putting them back together. Alright guys, so we got all of our screws out. This one generally isn't used on aftermarket lights. Well, we got all our screws out here. So come up here and disconnect our ground cable that we have on here, and then we'll do the same thing for this light over here. And then since we put a disconnect on these, I should be able to just unplug them without having to take all this stuff here loose. Yeah, there is our disconnect, and turns out I don't have to take our ground loose. But anyway, we'll get these unplugged on both sides and go ahead and get our lights out. Alright guys, so excuse the mess, but I got the headlights removed out of the truck. I got the lenses as clean as I could get them. These Arkansas bugs, I'm going to try to hit this one again. It's pretty dirty, but these Arkansas bugs apparently are something else. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through here. I'm going to try not to remove this grommet if I don't have to. But we got some screws here that we need to go ahead and pull out. And these will probably be attached to the lens, if I remember correctly. I know on my other lights, the inside bezels were attached to the lens, and that's what some of these screws are for. But we'll go ahead, pop all of those out, and then we can go ahead, strip these little rubber grommets off of here and get our oven preheating. Alright, so I got our wire loom off of here because I figured this would probably melt in the oven. Got that off. I got our grommets off here. Shouldn't hurt them, but I like to go ahead and pull them off anyway. That way you ain't gonna mess with them. Pulled all of our screws. You have 2 there, 1 here, and 1 here on these particular headlights. I think our wiring will be fine in the oven as well as our plug in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and bake them. And if this has to come through, we can go ahead and just snip these and pull them through. That's not a big deal. But I'm gonna go ahead, and these are regular butyl. There's a little bit of sealant poking out here. You can stick your thumbnail in it, and it's pretty soft. Permaseal will be very tough, very just tough, hard, whatever. Whereas butyl is pretty sticky, so these should come open relatively easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our oven preheating and get these to start baking. All right, guys, so I got the first headlight all apart. I did have to snip off our quick connect there. I got some more connectors. I can wire it back up, and then I had to pull our grommet through. Not a big deal. Then you have in here 2 screws, 1 screw here, 1 screw over here, and now we can go ahead and lift up and out on our bezel. It'll probably get caught up a little bit in the headlight sealant, but it should come out pretty easily. Just be careful not to let anything touch the inside of this lens. All right, guys, so I got our diffuser popped off here. Just a bunch of these push tabs all the way around. To get to these here, you do have to pop the reflectors out. And now we have all these screws here for the LEDs. So we'll go ahead and pop those out, feed the wires through, and well, we should have a nice stripped bezel that's ready for sanding, paint, and primer. Alrighty, guys, so we got our bezel here all stripped, and it is ready for sanding and paint. One other little tip I have for y'all: if y'all pull your headlights apart, take your lens, stick it back on the bucket. Just don't push it all the way in, you know, just kind of stick it there. That way you can't see light through any of the gaps or anything. That'll keep dust out of here and have real professional results. Now, I'll go ahead and get this other one cleaned and get it thrown in the oven. Alright, guys, so we got all this cleaned up. I got these, my grandpa got me these really nice gloves. They got kind of some grip to them, which are really nice for this. But I got the second light in the oven. I got all this one all tore apart and got this kind of cleaned up. So here in a minute, we'll pull that one out and get it opened up. Alrighty, guys, so while I was working on these, my grandpa come down here and dug the heater out and got it all lit up and everything. So right now we're sitting right at 60 in here, so we should be good. I got these all wiped down in the house, and well, I reckon we're ready to start throwing some paint on here. If you're wondering, this is the paint. It's PPG Ford F1 is the paint code for the 6.0. So I got this mixed up. It's pretty cool. They have a little thing on the top here where they can click it into the nozzle and show you what color paint is inside. That's pretty neat. I've never got these from PPG. Normally I don't have none of the cans, but I normally get them from Car Color in Conway. But I called my guy Bruce down there, and I know a couple months ago their machine was broke. They said we finally got our machine fixed that mixes these, and he said we're out of cans. So that's why we went to O'Reilly's and got this. I think this was $33 or something like that. But anyway, I guess we'll get this all shook up and start getting some paint on these things. Alrighty guys, so I got a few coats on these. It does have some dust in it, but I think a lot of that is coming off the heater and the floor. I'm not too worried about all the dust, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, you can see like in there, it's got some dust in it. A lot of that, I think what I'm going to do to remedy that is let these get dried up, and I'll come through, kind of scuff them up, and I'll hit them again. I think a lot of the dust is coming out of this board here, so it is what it is. It's not a big deal. You'll probably never even notice them. I'm gonna say the only reason I notice them because I know what to look for. But I mean, you can see them. They're pretty nice. They look pretty good. This paint, I will say, for some reason this PPG takes a lot more paint to cover, but they do look, I mean, they do look pretty good, pretty slick. That is one thing I will give this PPG, is it seems to be a little slicker than the stuff from Car Color. But we will, I just sprayed this coat, so we'll give it some time, let it flash up here, and we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty guys, so I just kind of scuffed these up and gave them a nice float coat. It's about 65 or so. So we're gonna leave this heater going for a bit, and you know, let these kind of set up some. But they do look good. You know, it looks like they got some dark spots, you know, like in here and in the corners and stuff like that. But a lot of it is shadows from in here because we don't have a whole lot of light. I can take my flashlight on my phone and kind of shine in them. You know, like right here it looks dark, but that's shadows, you know what I mean? So not a big deal. I went over them with my flashlight on my phone, make sure everything's covered nice and there's no light spots. And I will say, with this PPG, it does seem to paint a good bit smoother than the Car Color paint that I was getting. But if you can hear, this is just about empty. So this is about $10 more than I normally pay for this kind of paint. And it seems like you need twice as much of it to do the same job, if that makes sense. But I think we're good. I think we had just enough, so we should be good. And I got up in there where you can see it from the insides. What I did before I took the headlights out, or before I pulled them apart, I looked around the lens to see what all you can see and what all you can't. I mean, even in, like up in here where you can't see where the diffuser goes and the LED chips and stuff go, I tried to get those. That way there's not like if you can see through them anywhere, there's not a break or a different color. But if we come over here, I did hit the bottom of them. So all in all, I think they look pretty good. Nice and slick, like I said. No light spots or nothing like that. So I think, like I said, I think we're good. Now again, we're gonna let them sit in here for, well, probably till tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll come up in here, grab them, and well, if they're dry, we'll go ahead, start getting them reassembled and get them back in the truck. I was gonna paint the reflectors, but I decided not to. In my other set of paint matched headlights that I had, I'll put a picture up here on the screen. I didn't paint those, and they didn't look bad, so I figured that's one thing we'll leave alone. But anyway, guys, I guess I will catch y'all tomorrow, or I'm gonna see how long this video is getting, and if nothing else, we might end it out here. Alright guys, so I just kind of put all the clips together in my editing app here on my phone. And, well, this video is getting pretty long, so I hate to do it to y'all. I really, really do. But I'm trying to make this informative, and I know once videos start getting past the 20-minute mark, you know, stuff like that, and even the 15-minute mark, really, people start kind of tuning out and everything. And I get it, I do the exact same thing. But I think we're going to end the video out here. Again, I hate to do that to y'all, but it's I think it'll be better. So in the next video, or in the next video with these, we will well, knock on wood here, we will be putting these together, presumably, if everything goes smoothly and these cure out nice and all that stuff, and we don't have a squirrel land in them. Since the squirrels are back in the attic, they're probably high right about now with all the paint fumes. But like I said, hopefully in the next video we will be getting these all back together, get them back in the truck, and we will take a look at the 6.0's new custom headlights. I'm super excited for this. I know my guy Justinhawksmith, if y'all follow him on Instagram or y'all subscribe to his YouTube, super good guy. He did these actually about the same time I got these. He got some Yeti motors sent to him about the same time they sent these to me, and he color matched his, and ever since I've been wanting to do mine. But we finally got around to it, and I will say I'm super stoked, because these will match my tail lights perfectly, and I'll put a picture of those up on the screen. But guys, like I said, I think that is going to be a wrap for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.